Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today we're back with another part of the Sims 2 family. So here we are in the rich household. He lives in a house with his brother Felix, his older brother Felix. Both have about 59 days. Oh, I love mods. I love 8 mods. Now, there's a couple things I wanted to say, so I thought, you know what? Let's start out in a different house for once, a different setting. Okay, so first and foremost, why are we here? So a couple things have happened, and I just have to clarify it because I just can't move on with my life if I don't. I recorded this part 6. I recorded this part, but unfortunately when I was going to edit it today, I didn't like it. I didn't feel like it was good enough. I totally didn't like that one, so I'm gonna have to fill you guys in with what has happened. So basically, Mr. Remi Rich here has found out Daddy is Pierce's dad. So how that happened was a long story. Basically, I spent an entire video on this. I thought it was going to be the best story ever, but it turned out to be so cringy, and I was like, fuck, did I really spend my day recording a part like this? It was so shit. He invited him over to the park, and she was like, Remi, I've got to tell you something quite, you know, it's quite important, and I would love it if you could meet me. Of course, he said yes, so he went over to the park and he met her. She didn't want to do it in her own house. I guess I can understand why. I mean, with her kids and all of that, I'm sure she wanted a bit more privacy and fill in the rest of the details. He didn't take it so well. Kind of difficult. It really is difficult. You know, he has a son, which he didn't know anything about, and part of me wants him to be considerate of Brandy. Part of me also believes that he has all the rights to be upset. Imagine this: you hook up with a girl once, you never see her again, and then once you see her again years later, all of a sudden you find out that, you know, you have a kid. Instead that she tells you that you have a kid or a son straight from the bat, first you go on a few dates and you spend weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of talking and flirting and texting and whatever not, and then you finally go on a date. And then suddenly, a few months later, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're a dad. I could totally understand why this guy would be pissed off. Like, I would be pissed off if someone told me, hey, you have a son. He's very, very, very upset. But Brandy just didn't know how to tell him, honestly. You know, how Brandy thought and all of that I'll get into later, but he is very, very, very disappointed. He has a couple fears. He doesn't want her to die. He doesn't want to fall out of love with her, so obviously he cares deeply. In the short amount of time that they have spent together, they really have come to love and to understand one another. So I'm a bit biased because I made this guy, so obviously I really like him. But you guys had a good couple of points. You had some really valid points. Some of you were like, well, they do seem to have a great date, and I must know my Sims better. However, you know, when it comes to interests or things like that, they don't really seem to get along. They seem to clash a lot, and I have to admit that is true. When I went through my own video again and I saw, you know, the subjects they were talking about and how much they actually didn't like the same things, I had to agree and say, okay, maybe they weren't as compatible as I thought at first glance. However, there is a love between them, and you know, he has a want to marry her. Now, obviously, I can't really influence that. I can only re-roll the ones, but surely, you know, I haven't done that. And even if I would do that, getting married to Brandy is just something I can't control. And the man wants to get married. Did he just make himself he made himself pasta at 4 a.m. I love this man. Having a want to marry Brandy, it really speaks to me that he cares deeply for this woman. Now, obviously, like I showed you guys earlier, their relationship has really gone down. It's like less than 50%, and even though he's still in love with her right now, he's very attracted to her. They have 2 lightning bolts. There is this fact of this woman kept my son a secret from me, and it's just something he can't let go. Now, he wants to do good. He wants to be a dad. So yeah, he wants to be a dad. Now, as you guys probably have seen, Pierce has aged up. Is one of the things that happened in the last video. We basically threw a party and invited over Remi, and everything was fine. He had a chance to meet his son. He had a chance to talk to Bo, and he also had a chance to actually, I didn't have a chance to talk to Dustin. I don't think Dustin. Oh no, no, I was like, Dustin looked weird. No, he didn't have a chance to talk to Dustin either. But I'm sure that, you know, he will eventually get to know him. Me, you know, kind of hesitant called him, was like, look, I am really sorry once again. I don't really want to talk about it any further, but Dustin would love it if you could come help him with his car. He's always been trying to get it working, but neither I or him really have knowledge, and I don't want to disappoint my son, and maybe you could do that for me. Obviously, he is quite pissed at Brandy, but he is a very mature guy and he doesn't mind helping her out. He's not going to just jump in bed with her and be like, okay, I forgive you. But for the sake of her children and for the sake of his relationship in the future with Brandy, he's gonna have to, he's gonna have to suck it up and get over his own pride as well. And Brandy has to do the same thing. Now, before we get him off to work and go back to the broke family, I want to show you guys, or not show you guys, but do something. We are going because he is a child support. Obviously, Pierce doesn't live with us. He cannot live with us because we are in the military. We make long days, and we are going back to work pretty soon, which is one of the reasons Brandy decided to tell him, because she knew and she felt really guilty not doing it. And second of all, yeah, he's not going to be able to take care of the kid because he's not here, and he can't really put his kid with his kid's uncle. Like, that would be weird. He barely knows his dad. Put him with an uncle, it's just really weird. So we're gonna set up some child support. So we're gonna set him as the payer. So the payer is Remi Rich, and let's choose our pay. So we're gonna do a playable sim. We're gonna have to cancel him going to work for just a second, and we're going to be able to select a sim. Now we should be able to pick him here. So here it is, Pierce broke, that's his kid. So Pierce's broke household funds is 24 simoleons. That's great. So let's do a auto payment. So let's put it to on. Oh no, now it's off. Oops. Now it's on, and let's set our payment up. So how about we do payment? Let's see, should we do a weekly, or let's do a weekly payment? Actually, with the rate of the kid, let's I'm gonna set it to daily. I think it's a little bit more realistic. So we're gonna have a daily payment, and then we're gonna we're gonna choose how much we want. Okay, so let me see how much he earns exactly. He doesn't. It's actually pretty low in the military career. Interesting. I feel like I'm gonna cheat a little bit, you guys. I feel like this guy probably is like a level 5 because he has, let me show you, he has some skills as well. So I don't think he's, I don't think he's starting from scratch. So he has a bit of more money. He earns 700 now per day. So we can give him per day. Let's give him, let's do 200. I think 200 is decent. So let's do two. Oh, we have more. I was like, we can look how much we can select. That's kind of cool. But wow. Okay, never mind. And let's just do 200. So now, once we go to the broke family household, he will be automatically paying 200 200 simoleons from his own income, which is absolutely great. Alright guys, we are back with Brandy Broke, who is currently in her bathrobe and was just finishing some gardening before, her kids come back home. She's trying to tidy the house. There's a lot of things that need to happen, need to be done. And she's really hoping that when Remi comes over to help Dustin, he can perhaps fix her bathtub or fix the computer. They've both been broken quite a long time, and she's not exactly very skilled in that kind of thing. She's we're pretty struggling at the moment. We don't have enough money for our bills, so things are definitely looking not looking up as much as they were doing for us. We don't even have enough money for how much is the bills? Oh my god, I don't think we can pay them. 70. So yeah, we can't really pay that. I guess we can pay. Wait, let me just 1 second. I guess I can afford it if I just get rid of one chair. Okay, so one of my kids, no, we don't even have enough. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get rid of the chair then. Okay, there. Now we can afford our bills. It's quite sad, but this is how we have to do it. So Brandy is feeling very unsure about everything at the moment. As you know, Brandy has come clean to Mr. Remi, And she's very, very confused. No, not confused, but a bit conflicted. A part of her is saying, yeah, I understand. I totally understand. He has all the rights in the world to feel like this. I lied to him. I made him believe that everything was truthful between us, and I kept the biggest secret I could possibly keep from a man, from anyone. Like, keeping a child from someone is definitely not a light burden. Like, I don't know how some people do it, but for her, it was really, really hard to cope with. Like, once she figured out it was him, like the biggest secret she's ever kept in her life. But I hope that he'll eventually come around, because you have to imagine Brandy was very unsure about what to do with herself, about anything really. You have to imagine she was pregnant with a child that she wasn't sure from who that was, after her husband died, you know, raising 2 young children, and then having to raise 3 children, and then having to, you know, work her butt off. And then the last thing, as much as it sounds like an excuse, the last thing that was on her mind was trying to find Pierce's dad. It was just not happening. There was so much going on, and she had to take care of the kids, and she just couldn't afford it to go around looking for a man that she just saw once or twice, and then, you know, just disappeared for years. Meeting him again and realizing what has happened and that he's the dad, it just kind of fell all into place. But it also came with responsibilities, because now she had to make sure that this guy that she was allowing back in her life, in her child's life, was going to stay. And, you know, he's been raised without a parent, and they've been all raised without a dad. And I mean, Dustin had a little bit of a dad, but the other 2 mostly have been raised without one. It was so much pressure of making it all work that it just kind of froze her, and she just wasn't sure what to do, until, you know, she realized that if he goes back to work, she may never see him again, and that this is like now or never, really. If it has to be done, it just has to be done now. It is Dustin's birthday today. I said I was gonna do it, and I'm surely going to do it. I'm gonna stick to my word. Dustin really wants to get this car, you know, this car done. He knows that this car could be his only way to a proper job or to the life that he wants, and his mother spent all of her money into this car, this secondhand, old, rusty wreck of a car that she spent all her money on. So he feels like he owes it to her to make this thing work. Mr. Remi has arrived, and he has decided that it would take it upon himself to start working on the engine, which is also one of the trickier parts of the car. Obviously, I mean, repairing a car like this is in general quite a hard task, but I think the engine may just be even more tricky than the rest. But he has a good few skill points, and he's having fun while doing it. So this could also be a nice time, a good moment for them to bond together. I mean, they don't really have a relationship, obviously, but if he is going to be in Pierce's life, it may help out to be involved with some of the kids as well. And he does have an interest in them. He surely wants to get to know the kids a little bit more better and get a better understanding of Brandy, because, you know, even though they've dated and whatever not, and he's a dad, they don't really know each other that well, and he's gone most of the time. But the car is looking a lot better already, so I'm just gonna let these 2 figure out the situation. Hopefully they can get it done at least today. Maybe we can paint it some other time or finish it up a lot. But I'm hoping that Remi can maybe not necessarily be a dad. I don't think Justin's waiting for a dad, but be someone that can help him out with things like this that his mom can't, and if he can be there for him. I hope that they get along really well. I would love it if Dustin had someone like this, just to call sometimes for some not fatherly advice. Like I said, I don't think he's waiting on that, but just some help with things like this. I've been trying my hardest, you guys, to get our plans to work, and to make sure that they don't continuously die. I really want to grow some of my own food, but for some fucking reason it's not working. It doesn't matter what I do. I don't think Brandy has a green thumb. She doesn't have it. I'm trying, but it just doesn't have a green thumb. So unfortunately, our plans are gonna die quite a lot. Remi is very determined to finish this car up, and it's actually quite admirable, I have to say. It's not his, you know, it's not his duty to finish this by himself, and he's sweaty and he's stinky and he's tired, but he just can see how important it is. Doing his best to I don't know, contribute. I don't know. I just I have to say it's very admirable that he's working really hard on this car, while Dustin actually went inside because he's tired, and he did offer him a slice of pizza. He was like, man, let's just call it a day, but he was like, no, I just want to make sure that, you know, you can take this car for a spin soon. Dustin didn't per se want a big party either. He actually didn't really want a party at all. He is in such a weird time of his life where his girlfriend is no longer his girlfriend, and we're friends with his ex-girlfriend's sister more than with his ex-girlfriend, even though he used to be so different, and he doesn't really have any good friends. It's just, he's just always been a bit of a loner, and it just shows. So I'm not going to spend too much time on a party or anything because he just doesn't want it. So instead I think I'll set him into bed, and yeah, I'll just have the children get a slice of pizza. My gosh, they're just they're really going for it. He eventually came inside. I am going to offer, you know, for him to take a bath because man, he is smelly, but at least I want to make sure that I appreciate him, you know. She's like, I don't want to, what? She doesn't want to admire him. Look at this. She doesn't want to admire him. Oh my gosh, why does she not want to admire him? I wonder, what is it? Like, look, admire. She's like, nope. Nope, he stinks too much. So before he's leaving, even though it's very late, he has decided to help her out a little bit. She didn't ask for it in the end, but I think he got the hint and he decided to just take it upon himself to do it. I mean, he's been helping out with the car. Let me see how far the car has improved so much. He's really done a lot on it, and he's been giving Dustin some good advice on how to take care of the rest of the things. So you should be able to fix it by himself. Though the cat seems to be very interested. Let me praise him for his playfulness. But before we go, I would love to talk to Piers. I really would like for them to get to know each other better. I know he's really tired, so I would love it if they got to know each other a little bit. Like I said, I am not going to force either Brandy or Remi to do something they don't want, and I'm not gonna force to get Brandy with Darren. I'm not gonna force her to get with Remi. The only thing I'm gonna force is, well, I'm not gonna force, I'm gonna try and get the relationship between Piers and him up a little bit, because I feel like it's important. I feel like it is important for him to have this relationship, and I would love, you know, for the relationship to be and to see how it develops. He just looks like such a sweet man, you know, like such a cool guy to have as a dad. So even if Brandy doesn't get together with him, I don't know, at least I feel like we should get the relationship up between Piers and Remi. Either way, like I said, there's not much going on between Remi and Brandy, so I'm gonna make sure that he goes home without really talking much to each other, because honestly, like I said, it's not very important to me that they have a relationship right now. And he did come over to help, but he's not going to stay, you know, and start doing all these things. Yeah, Dustin is going to grow up in the morning. I'm going to force him into an adult. So this is the last warning of being a teenager. I wonder what he thinks about this stage of his life, but I'm really excited for him to move on and potentially start getting his life together. I will get him into college, I think, so I'll have to figure out what to do, because I kind of forgot if we can get him into college and still be at home. But yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. Oh, and also here it is, automatic payment mod. Remi Rich's paid, Piers broke 200. Great, I love the mod. It's gonna help out so great. All right, so we can apply for a scholarship or move to college. I guess we could apply for a scholarship, but I don't think we have one. I'm kind of, wait, what? Congratulations, Dustin, you qualify. If you maintain your high level in your teen career, you will receive a grant of $750 towards your next semester in college. Oh, that would be perfect. So I am going to get him into college then. It's time for him to go to college. Move to college, I think. It's time for, oh my god, I'm so excited. He's finally going to leave. Oh my god. Dustin's about to leave the household and move to college. Are you sure you want to do this? yeah, it's time. It's time for him to go to college. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you believe this, you guys? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh, her first, well, I was gonna say her only son, but her first son going off to college. Almost reminds me of the first time he snuck up with Angela. And look how far we've come. Anyway, alright, so let's get Dustin settled in. Time for Dustin to move on.
Je vois Je le confie là.
I'm all settled in. I actually really like this. Okay. I might change it a little bit, but compared to a lot of things, a lot of rooms I've seen, I actually like this one better. I did a whole university let's play. Honestly, this one is way nicer. So I want to get a ground floor room, and I would like to get this one. There's something with this one that I like. So let me get the room. All right, so we're all settled in. Now I just want to make sure that he is he has something nicer on. So let's see if I can plan his everyday outfit. Hopefully there's something nice. No, I don't have it. I don't have anything. Oh my god, this is what he's wearing. My god, guys, we have to go shopping one of these days. Was I really talking without having the yes, I was. I couldn't find an outfit for him, so we can only really change his appearance. Oh my god, he looks a lot like his dad, doesn't he? But I'm pretty sure there's better. Nope. There's better hairs for him, isn't? Oh my god. Okay, let's see if we could find something that's like eyebrows. So let me fuck around with this. I think his eyebrows are just very light, so you can't really see them well. I think that may be his problem. Be this hard to find something. Or maybe we should just keep in what he had. This one. No. I don't know which one he had anymore. This is torture. I think this wasn't the one, but I think it'll do. Yeah, it'll definitely do. Okay. Well, he surely doesn't look too happy about it. And I'm not happy too. I need to change a few things. Dustin, I'm so sorry, but you need a bit of plastic surgery. There we go. Okay, I need to change a few things. There's just a few things when I look at him that just bother me. So one of them is that his face is fine. But I wanted to, there we go. I need that one. That's the one I need. Okay, there we go. He has a big forehead. Nothing wrong with a big forehead, but it's just not my cup of tea. Let's do a bit like this. And his cheekbones, there's just feel like he could be way cuter, you know? That's kind of fine. Let me fuck around again. Okay, I think I may have tweaked him a lot, but let me see. I have a feeling he looks really good now. Let me see his face. Come, Christ. Okay, come over here then, boy. Okay, I don't know what's up with his nose. I tried to do his nose, but then I kind of fucked his nose up. Let me try. Maybe. He definitely needs a beard now. The beard is gonna make all the difference, you guys. See, now his hair needs to be different too. I don't know. Wait. Get rid of this one. Sure, if it's this one. I really don't think I'm gonna get any better than this, so we're just gonna have to leave it. I do feel like he could use a piercing. Well, that's just my preference. I like to give everyone a piercing, so you know. Right, so he definitely looks like a daddy now. But come on, I think he looks a little bit better. I think at least he's up to my taste. Yes, his nose needs to be a bit fixed, but Yay, right? Yay. What can we do? Maybe his ears too. What is wrong with his ears? Okay, well, for the rest, he's fine, right? I wasn't really sure about this outfit, but Tiffany here came and complimented me straight away, so I must look gorgeous. So let me get over here and show you guys what I decided to put on Dustin here. So I'm not really sure what kind of outfit I am feeling for him, but I chose this one, just some sneakers with a with like a blouse, and I'm not sure about the top. I feel like he needs a blouse. So you know what, never mind. I think instead Dustin is gonna rock this outfit. I know it's quite a change, but I feel like Dustin would wear kind of vintage clothing. I don't know, just get a feeling that the other one was too new, and maybe these are like some of Skip's old clothes. I don't know, there's something about it that I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, boy, wash your hands. And lastly, I'm gonna get him into a major, because I think because he knows what he wants in life, we should get him a major. So how do we declare a major again? I think we have to call somebody. Okay, you know what, I'll just do that another time. But yeah, guys, what? He wants Lilith to go to college. Okay, that's particular. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye.